Hi everyone, it's Nisha. So today I wanted to review for you the new Kat Von D. It's only called now KVD Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation. So you might remember about 2 years ago, her Good Apple foundation came out in a compact, in like a powder compact, so it was like a solid foundation. I have reviewed that one as well. I reminded myself yesterday what I thought of it. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore because I didn't like it that much. It was okay, but I remember after a few hours it started breaking in several places on my face. I have worn this one now a few times, so I know how I feel about it, but I thought I will show you how I apply it and then how it looks straight after application, and then I will come back later on and show it to you again after a few hours. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's really pretty. It has a very slim pump, but the pump is really good. It doesn't dispense a lot of foundation, which is good. Sometimes, you know, you press the pump and you get so much foundation that is too much for your whole face. This one has very small amount each time you press it. Mine is in a color medium 054. I always go for that color. The very first Kat Von D Tattoo Foundation, I loved it. I compared that one to Estee Lauder Double Wear, and that was in this color, so I just continued with this color. I have a feeling that the Good Apple in a compact was a bit darker in the same color than this one, but, and that's a big but, take into consideration this oxidizes. So I stupidly faked on myself a couple of days ago, knowing that I will be doing this, and this, you will see when I'm applying it, looks really light, but after 5 minutes, I mean, you can see it now, it's still a bit lighter than my neck, but it definitely oxidizes, so take that into consideration. Just for your information, let's talk about my skin. I have pretty normal skin. I wouldn't say it's too dry, too oily, but I do get a bit of an oily T-zone throughout the day. So my chin and my forehead will get oily and maybe a bit around here. And that brings me to texture. I don't really have very textured skin. I don't have lots of big pores, but in those places where I get oily, the texture is a bit different. So most of foundations throughout the day get a bit shiny in the middle on me, and all I do then is take tissue, like one ply of a tissue, press it gently and then just powder over it. But I won't do that with this all day. I will not touch it. Let's see what they say about this foundation. It is a full coverage natural finish foundation with transfer proof extreme wear and a serum light feel. Yes, I would say it feels very light. It does, even though it's quite thick, and it's not a runny foundation, it does feel very light on your skin. We will see in a minute if it's transfer proof. This non-comedogenic foundation visibly blurs pores. I don't know, like I said, I don't have too many big pores or texture to tell you if it really blurs pores. It does look really nice and, well, you can see. So maybe it does. And stands up to sweat and humidity. I won't be able to tell you about that. It's winter right now. I'm not sweating and it's not very humid, so I won't be able to test obviously that. It's packed with flexible elastomer pigments. It blends and bends with your skin for a seamless, flashback free finish that covers everything from blemishes to acne scars, hyperpigmentation and more. Yes, I would agree with that. It is quite full coverage. And I have quite a bit of hyperpigmentation on my cheeks, and it covered it just fine. Let's see if it's transfer proof, because Obviously I applied it at 9 o'clock this morning and it's 11:30 now. Well, I don't know if you can see, definitely came off on my phone. I really don't think any foundation is transfer proof. I don't believe that. Some might be more transfer proof than others, but they will always transfer, so I don't even take any notice of those claims. I would say, sorry, my phone is making noise. I would say not that much came off of my face, so maybe it's less transfer proof than others. So I have applied this foundation at 9 o'clock this morning. It was about 9 when I started, so have a look at the application and then I will come back later on today to check on it. So I feel that the best brush for this, because it is quite thick, is one of those. This is the Artist number 7. They are very difficult to get, they are very expensive, but you can get dupes on Amazon, eBay of those type of spoon brushes. It just needs to be very tightly packed. I find if you have one of those less dense foundation brushes, you might get brush marks and it just doesn't spread it as well. So I will use that and then I will push it in with the damp sponge. As you can see, it is very, very thick. It's not runny at all. And the amount you get out of it is not that much, which is good. You don't waste any product. This is so light. I stupidly fake tanned myself a couple of days ago and now this is far too light. But we will make it work. Yes, this foundation I feel like it's quite dry, so it dries up pretty quickly, so you need to work pretty quick. The coverage is very good. I wouldn't say it's full, but for me that's enough. But I will build it up just to see how it builds up. Just maybe here where I have the most. And I will do this with sponge now. And now I will push it all in with the damp sponge. It looks very nice. Let me just do my concealer. I'm just using the Milani Concealer Perfect in 130. Needed something a bit lighter. But do you know what? It looks... one thing I didn't tell you is this foundation definitely oxidizes a bit. So when it first goes on, you saw how light it was. I don't feel it's that light anymore. So let me just put a little pump here again. Yeah, it definitely is oxidized. So can you see? Look how light that is when you first put it on. Look. It definitely oxidizes, so take that into consideration. So that's done. It looks very nice. It's quite matte. I like more of a natural finish, but this is quite matte. Let me zoom you in. So it's a nice coverage. It doesn't look cakey or anything, but I think if you have a lot of texture, really open pores, it might show up a bit more because it's so thick. But yeah, it looks nice. Hasn't really settled. You see, I've got these really deep lines. When I go like this, it's not sitting in there. The most important thing to remember is that it oxidizes. I had the Good Apple Foundation in compact. Do you remember? That came out a couple of years ago. And I remember liking it as well. That had very good coverage. But I had it in the same color and it was darker than this. So the color is a bit lighter, but it oxidizes. So to be honest, it's worked out fine. Yes, my neck is still a bit darker, but you know, once you've bronzed and everything. Right, I'm going to set it with the Lily Lolo powder in Cookie. So this is set now. It looks good. It looks nice, but it's a bit too matte for me. So let me go off now. I will do my brows, bronzer and a blush, and then I will be back. Okay, so this is all finished. It looks really nice. It's got a really nice coverage. I don't have that much texture on my skin. The most texture I have here on my forehead and a bit around here, because this is where I get most oily throughout the day. So my pores are a bit larger there. And yeah, it looks slightly heavy, but remember I layered it. I did another layer. Maybe if I didn't, it would look a bit better. But yeah, we will see how it wears throughout the day. So this is close up. Can you see it looks a bit heavy around here? It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, you can sort of see the texture on my forehead, but it doesn't look worse than other foundations. So I'm going to go off now. I'm going to film more videos, some makeup videos, and after I finish that I will come back and we will see if the foundation changed in any way, and maybe then I do another checkup about 5 o'clock in the evening. It's 9 o'clock right now, so I think that's enough time. So I will see you in a few hours. Well, hello, I am back. So it's 4:30 in the afternoon. So I applied this foundation at 9, so it's that 7.5 hours. I haven't touched it. One thing to remember, I'm not the type of person that plays with her face either. I don't really touch my face throughout the day. So, you know, unless I'm somewhere and I sit like this, I might sometimes get the foundation off my chin. So I haven't touched my face, I haven't touched up, nothing. I haven't even looked at myself. So straight away I noticed that I am a bit more glowy on my forehead, on my chin and here, just like I said. And that happens with me with most foundations. But I would say I prefer it now because I told you when I first applied it, it felt a bit matte. So now I have a bit more glow. This is not the greasiest I've ever gotten with a foundation, so it's pretty good. I have this crease in my chin and it hasn't gathered in there. I just feel that you know, like I said, around here where I have a bit more texture, it looks textured. But remember, I'm sitting in full light. I'm filming it in exactly the same light that we filmed when I first applied it. So everything is a bit more emphasized. When I turn the lights off, it's still light outside. It looks really, really pretty. Oh, I've got my headphones on, sorry, I always forget. Right, so have a look close up. Can you see? Around here, I feel it's a bit, doesn't look so good. And my forehead, that's where I've got the most texture. Here, I don't mind being a bit more oily, it gives me that glow. But it's always around here that it's looking the worst. And I'm not saying that this is looking horrible, but this is the part of my face where my foundation will always look, you know, not as good as everywhere else. But other than that, it hasn't worn off from anywhere, it hasn't broken up. Maybe it's come off my lines, you know, when I stretch my forehead, it's like the foundation has disappeared from there. But honestly, it looks pretty good. So, my final thoughts, I really, really like it. I think just next time I will be very careful how much I apply around here. Maybe, you know, I did apply quite a lot, to be honest, because I always like to show you how it looks when you build it up. So I did probably 2 pumps or maybe 2 and a bit, and to be honest, 1 pump is probably enough for the whole face. So yeah, I'll just have to be careful how much I apply here. I think it is a really, really pretty foundation, and I definitely prefer this to the Good Apple in a compact. I got rid of the other one because it looked nice and had great coverage when you first applied it, but I remember that in the evening it's broken up all over the place. So this one is really, really worth trying. If you have very oily skin, just use maybe primer for oily skin. If you have very, very dry skin, put really moisturizing base underneath it. But I think this will work for most people, and I really like this color. Yes, it's a bit light when I'm tanned, and this is not a very dark tan, but I wouldn't go and buy another one because I can always mix it with another foundation that is darker. So yes, I approve of this foundation. I think it's very nice and definitely worth trying. Let me know, have you tried this foundation? Do you like it? Are you gonna try it? I really like it. Okay, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.